Coming up on the next edition of the Little Rickert Show, we're going to discuss some high school hoops and a topic that is on some people's mind. Uh, the situation with the Lime Mountain girl wrestler, and a lot more. And now your host, Little Rickert. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Little Rickert, and I know I said I wasn't gonna do any videos this week, likelihood, but tonight's a dead night for sports, so there's not much on, so I got time to put one on tonight. Topics to go over. We got high school hoops halfway through the high school hoop season. Uh, Playoffs close to a month away. Power ratings are out, so we'll go over those for the boys and girls. Larry Johnson stepped down. He was offered a position on as the line coach for Franklin at Penn State. He didn't take it. Kind of shocked where he went. We'll go into that. Some other things to go over. That's about it. But we're gonna go over what's been going on the last couple of days. On Monday, A-Rod sued the Players Union and MLB over his 162 game suspension that the arbitrator ruled. He's fighting a losing cause, bro. I don't like him. I don't like A-Rod, but he hasn't. I will give him this. He hasn't failed a drug test since they implemented the drug testing program. And why, when they went before the arbitrator, he didn't bring this up. But that's beyond me. But so he's making the media rounds. He was on Mike and Mike the other day. His lawyer was, and he was insinuating that Big Papi David Ortiz has been taken recently, and he was linked to the Mitchell report in 2003, but nothing's been proven if Ortiz has or has. But the lawyer then came out and made an apology in the Boston Globe. And we'll see what comes of that. There's a new story every day regarding that, so we'll see what happens there. The Tennessee Titans, they hired a new head coach, Ken Risenhunt. He was the offensive coordinator with San Diego, so he takes over the Titans. Also Monday, the Millersburg boys, we'll get in more in high school hoops after a little bit here. They won yesterday and Monday night. They beat up our Dolphins 73-63. Won last night over Juniata 57-52. And these are probably the two best games they played all year. We'll talk about where they are in the power ratings and all that. So they're playing good ball right now. They got two big games coming up. Friday night against Lime Mountain and next Monday or Tuesday against Halifax at home. So if they can put up a pile of wins, get some momentum, see how they fare, they can get some momentum. Maybe they can give EJ a run for their money. Yesterday, Larry Johnson, I'm going to talk about this right now. Larry Johnson, Monday stepped down as the assistant line coach for Penn State. Takes a D-line coach and has been named associate head coach at the Ohio State University. And kind of shocked, actually, because going to a rival Big Ten school, for one, and that's probably the only. Well, I'm not shocked that he declined Franklin because I think he. It seems to me he really wanted the head job, and I think I don't know if AD Joyner really if they really wanted Johnson as head coach. A lot of the players and former players were tweeting that they really wanted Johnson to get the job. He didn't get it. So I wish him well, but I'm kind of shocked that Larry Johnson went to Ohio State, a big rival school. So that the recruiting wars just got a little more interesting. Um, but now we're gonna go what I want thoughts on Monday. I think some of you know well the girl up at Lime Mountain who is wrestling for the Lime Mountain boys wrestling team. There's no girl wrestler. The judge upheld the injunction allowing her to wrestle. Um, I don't like, my opinion. I don't like boys playing on girl sports. I know in the Harrisburg area, field hockey is big in Harrisburg, and like Lime Mountain and those schools up there are big field hockey schools, and there were boys on there. Field hockey isn't a national pastime like in countries like India, Australia, etc., where there are men's field hockey team. That being said, boys have no business playing girl sports, as girls to me have no business playing boy sports, and especially wrestling. I had an experience this year as a midget coach. We had a girl on the midget team, and what happened there was she didn't practice. She missed a good part of practice at the beginning, and that's held her back, and therefore she didn't play. Um, I know a couple girls that have played football and held their own for the most part. Um, and I don't have a problem with football. However, wrestling it is more to me it's more physical. And nowadays with sexual abuse, etc., all it takes is for one girl to say, "I've been touched inappropriately," etc., etc. I'm suing the school and the coach and whatever. It hasn't happened that I am aware of anywhere in the country. But nowadays, I think it only takes one person to one thing for that to happen, and I want people's thoughts on it. What do you think about the girl wrestle at Lime Mountain? Do you think that Lime Mountain had that they should ban her because of the physical nature of wrestling, or are you in favor of it? In favor of the judge's ruling to let her wrestle or not? You can go on my Facebook page. You can tweet me at LTR71, or you can go on my email address, LTR71@hotmail.com, and I'll take comments and stuff. I think it's a hot button issue right now. So I'll pose two questions. I'll put two questions, and you can send comments. Should boys play girl sports, and should girls play boy sports? And how do you feel about the girl from Lime Mountain? Should she wrestle or not? Should the school let her wrestle? What do you have to say? Coming up after this, we're going to talk some high school hoops. This is the Lowell Rickert Show. going to take a quick timeout. This is the Lowell Rickert Show on the Lowell Rickert Network.